Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy 4. Last time we got down to the save point and we got the Holy Lance there. Now on to the third room, and I'm going to adjust my setup and I'll be right back. Alright, all healed up and ready to go for Holy Protection of Ribbons. Ooh, I want ribbons, I want ribbons! I don't want to fight dinosaurs. Wow, skeletons. Skeleton dinosaurs, skeleton dragons, something like that. Anyway, here we want to use Hellwind Shurikens on the ones in the back row. Cecil's going to deal max damage here, as is, because they're weak to both Holy and Fire. So I'm going to use, and like I said in the last video, that Holy Lance we got is not Holy Elemental, so we can't use that to deal more damage. So I'm going to use Edge and use Haste instead of Berserk on Cecil now. I want to use both Edge and Kane to hit the one in the back row. Cecil hits the one in the front row because they put Reflect on themselves. I want to use Bahamut instead of Fire 3 because I just won't be able to hit them enough. And they're going to start bouncing Bile off themselves, which actually hurts quite a bit. Oh, luckily that one was targeting Kane and he was in the air. Alright, so yeah. Throw at the one in the back row and use Jump to ignore rows. Cecil attack the other one and hit them with Mega Flare. Once Mega Flare comes through, they are either going to die or they're going to... why did they do such little to the one in the front? Yeah, they can use this healing tech as well. And they're going to fall down as long as that doesn't kill me. Bastard. Had to knock them out, didn't you? Probably should have used, come on. Revive, please. Cure 4. Probably should have used her to heal last round, as opposed to casting Haste, since it probably wasn't all that necessary. Battle didn't last that long anyway. Anyway, here, as they were saying, we get the ribbons. 2 of them in this game. Unfortunately, if you want any more, you're going to have to, you know, get a really, really rare drop. So I'm going to give 1 to Rosa there. Very nice piece. Actually, let's take a look at those. They're there. Stops all status conditions, pretty much just like the crystal armor there. And now you could give it to Rydia there, but if you take a look at her wisdom stat, it's at 80, and she's got the gold hairband on. And if you take it off, because it gives such a nice boost to it, you'll lose quite a bit of damage. Yeah, you lose 10 wisdom stat. I don't think it's worth it for the extra defense. She'll be in the back row anyway, so it's not particularly important. So I find it works better to give it to Edge. Now, let's hope that it doesn't drop his... It did. Okay. Unfortunately, it dropped his damage multiplier, so now I think I'm going to take the Rune Ring off and throw on the Power Wrist for now, which should bump him back up. Yes, it did. Perfect. Oh, right, I got to heal. Well, no, I'll just go back to the save point and I'll meet you just outside the room here. And we're back. And basically now, pretty much a straight shot to the end of the area, which is kind of surprising. Yeah, I would have kind of expected there to be, I don't know, maybe a little more to it and a little puzzle before you get to the end, but nope, that's the end. Now we have a crystal area to deal with, just over there. And in this area, pretty much every enemy is a boss, which is kind of annoying, but, oh well, I guess it kind of makes sense. The final area, the crystal area, we get lots of bosses. Yeah, and these bosses are kind of deadly. You can fight red dragons here in groups of either 1 or 3 of them, and I'll demonstrate that battle once, or if I run into it. Here we have a new enemy. This guy is really annoying. It's called Phase or Death Mask, depending on the translation. He casts Reflect on himself and then on your party, which makes it really difficult to heal for this fight. And then he just bounces spells off of himself and does a lot of damage to you. Really, really annoying fight, and I don't really want to do much of anything in this fight, but I'm going to start bouncing spells off, and luckily enough, in the last battle, I learned I learned Flare. Flare, that's the one. So I'm just going to start targeting my own characters, bounce spells off, and hopefully I can take them out relatively quickly. Flare is one of those spells like Bio, that's pretty much an instant cast spell, and that means you deal a lot of damage really quickly, and it's not a massive amount of MP that it costs, so it's really, really useful. If you look how much longer it took for Rosa to get Holy off, though Holy will probably do a little more damage. Well, maybe not. He is a machine type, so I should have been using the Thunderclaw there, do some more damage. And so, like it does, the Thunderclaw does 4 times damage to machines. However, he's not weak to lightning, oddly enough, even though he is technically a machine. Alright, let's do another Flare. Hopefully, Reflect is not worn off yet. Good. Don't want to kill yourself with Flare when you're trying to bounce spells off. It's not fun. Yeah, he is the other enemy on here that I hadn't mentioned yet, on top of the red dragons and the behemoths. So the behemoths you deal with just like we always have. And there we go. And the final weapon shrine boss thingy. Ah, the Masamune. Awesome. We actually have a useful weapon in this area. And for some reason they changed the name of this guy in this translation, though in every other translation he was called Ogopogo. And for those of you who don't know, Ogopogo is a Loch Ness monster-like creature that is supposed to live in Okanagan Lake, which is actually very short distance from where I live. So it's kind of interesting when I played the let's use Flare. When I first played the PlayStation port of this game, where they had translated it that way. And I have 2 more Bacchus Wines, so I might as well use 1 more in this one. And throw some more Hellwind Shurikens. We probably won't need Hellwind Shurikens for the final boss, because I'll have better things to throw. Excess weapons. Very useful. And took me forever to do it, but I did slow down the battle speed for, well, as you gain more speed, your lowering the battle speed will actually be beneficial. So let's just keep hitting him with lots of stuff. He likes to counter with certain attacks, or just use his Tidal Wave over and over again, but I'm not too worried about any of that. Hit him with Flare, you can throw weapons at him. Hit him with Cecil, well, he's berserked. Doesn't really matter. We do lots of damage. This Blaze attack is his counter. It's really not that painful, though I probably should heal Kane, who's been in the air too much. Let's see here. Let's just do a normal attack here and set up Cure 4, or we could kill him. That would work too. Okay. And after defeating them, we get the Masamune, which is Edge's best weapon in the game. Come on. There we go. I want to take a look at it. I can't remember if it's in this version or if it's in a different version of the game. Yeah, it just says that. Okay. In some versions of the game, you can use it to cast haste. I'm not sure if that's this version as well. I think it is. And it's technically better than the... let's just get rid of the forge one. Throw that one down here. I'm never going to use that again. Yeah, the Masamune is technically the best weapon in the game. For Edge, it has the most damage, so I'll be swapping out the Murasame if I need additional damage or whatever. Let's see. That's nice. It won't even... That's not who I wanted to go to. It won't even change his multipliers. Cool. So yeah, he can do quite a bit of damage that way. That's very nice. And yeah, I'll just make sure I heal up, and we'll enter into this part of the crystal area. The area doesn't really have a name. Alright, I just healed up during the transition there. And we head down here, pick up chest up here containing elixir. Yay, I won't be using those. Well, I might once or twice, but probably won't need to. Don't need a lot of those. Yay, more face enemies that really take a lot of MP to take out. And then we get another Gasol flute, even though I have some from before that I bought. And, oh boy, this area is just kind of dull, but this floor is different. I believe it's this floor anyway. Once you get partway through the area, you stop running into the same bosses and you start running into some different enemies. These enemies are showing up anytime soon? No? Okay. Well, here we go. Here's one of them. Right on cue. Almost. This is Zemus's breath. He doesn't do anything. He keeps scanning your party members, and you would assume that this would lead to, you know, the final boss, exploiting your, like, some weaknesses they can find on you or something like that, but it doesn't really seem to do anything. So, yeah, the battle is just, it takes forever, and it really is not worthwhile doing. I'll just kind of show it off just because why not? But yeah, all this one does is cast Scan or Libra or whatever over and over and over again. Use Holy and use Flare. Just do lots of damage, finish this guy off quickly. Yeah, there's 3 enemies in here that I wouldn't bother fighting if you're trying to level up or if you just don't care enough. And that would be the phase enemy, the big mask, and then this guy, and one other guy that we have not run into yet. And, God, you have high magic defense. Oh, I guess you can do Mind Blast. Go figure. Well, that's taking a lot longer than it should. I should be able to max out my damage with those. Mind Blast, I'm assuming... Okay, it's Paralysis. Okay, never mind. Kind of hoping to cast Berserk on Cecil, but guess that ain't happening either. Couldn't find a weakness. Well, then stop scanning the same people over and over again. Oh boy, let's throw another Hellwind Shuriken at him. I won't be using him on the boss unless I run out of everything else. And I have a lot of weapons to throw at him, so... Yay! Continuously casting Scan. That doesn't do anything. Yay! Useless. Whee! Let's see if Bahamut can take him out. Yeah, there's not a lot to this fight. The other one is even more annoying because the guy actually fights back, and there's another one that's basically the same idea. The abbreviations, and yeah, if you notice the abbreviation on breath there, it means they can't actually spell it properly. What was the game that did that a lot? That just did a whole bunch of abbreviations so you could never understand what anything was. I think it was Breath of Fire, the first one. There we go. And they kind of react like bosses when they die and they disintegrate. Yay! But they really do. They just take way too long to kill, so it's totally not worth bothering to fight them. You get lots of money and you get some experience, but you can level up against other enemies, you know, on the previous floor, the red dragons that I was telling you about. I won't be able to run into in this episode. And here's the other guy, Zemus's Mind. This one will fight back. I don't know if it has the same annoying resistance to magic or not. I'm going to cast Berserk on Cecil right off the bat here and see if I can do some more damage than I was last time. Jump. Ouch! Yeah, he can cast Protect and Shell, and he attacks with status effects. You know what? I don't want to fight this guy. I'm not fighting this guy. The hell with this crap. Attack somebody. Okay, they could have attacked Cecil. Woo! Cure! Whee! I'm running away. This guy's annoying. Run! You're already out of... You're not helping. Run! Run! Thank you. Ooh, I dropped money that I won't be using. You do get a lot of money in the final dungeon, and if you want, you could go out and buy more Hellwind Shurikens. You know, I've already got 2 million gold, or gil, but whatever. doesn't really matter at this point because we're at the end of the game, so there's not much point in doing that. So if I can stop running into battles against enemies I won't be fighting, that would be really nice. But I guess it's more than I could possibly ask for. Anyway, that's all for this episode. Through that portal leads to the final boss, and we'll be doing that, and I'll be showing off a battle with the 3 red dragons at the start of the next episode. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time.